Guys, me stuck in Mexico and me a try to get out myself out of Mexico, guys. Guys, me not understand nothing, guys. Me a travel around one side. Murder, me don't understand no. Oh, Jesus Christ, me not nobody be talk to me, don't know what them a talk say. Me not know if you eat me carry them food, Lord God Almighty. God, you see Shaki and oh, God Almighty, Lord God Almighty.
Hello guys, welcome back again to the channel. So into today's video, it's an urgent advisory for Jamaican travelers planning to trip to Mexico. Well, Mexico does not currently require visas for Jamaica. Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit the subscription button, and also you can comment, like and share the video. So into today's video, we want to talk about something very important for everyone planning to visit Mexico, especially travelers coming from Jamaica. So I want you to watch this video until at the end and see what is this video trying to communicate to those people who are planning to travel to Mexico, especially the Jamaicans. So still stay tuned, watch this video until the end, then I'm going to come with a lot of comments later.
Me stuck in Mexico and me a try to get out myself out of Mexico, guys. Guys, me not understand nothing, guys. Me a travel around one side. Murder, me don't understand no. Oh, Jesus Christ, me not nobody be talk to me, don't know what them a talk say. Me not know if you eat me carry them food, Lord God Almighty. God, you see Shaki and oh, God Almighty, Lord God Almighty.
Has become tedious, especially for us Jamaicans. If you have a trip to Mexico, an upcoming trip, or you have been to Mexico, you know what I'm talking about. Right now, they would prefer if you have a US or Canadian visa to show when you're coming to their country. It's best when you have a US or Canadian visa. A lot of Jamaicans that go to Mexico, they go there with the intention of going to the other side, right? So they have made it very hard for us persons who just want a vacation and just to enjoy Mexico. So my persons who have upcoming trips, I would suggest that you really and truly dot all your I's, cross all your T's, because they will be questioning you. They will detain you if they feel like they don't have enough information and send you right back to Jamaica. I normally tell my clients, always have a printout of your documents. The documents you need is to show that you are the person staying at the resort. You show that you made payment in full, your flight back home. And so how things sit right now, I normally tell my clients to even walk with a job letter. If you have a marriage certificate, walk with that as well, just to show them that you have ties to your home country and you have no intention of running off or crossing the border. Really is sticky on us Jamaicans, and we all know the reason why. So if you're planning your trip there, have everything printed out. Don't leave it on your phone, because sometimes they take your phone and they search your phone. And sometimes as well, the airport Wi-Fi is not working. So have the documents printed and ready for them when you get there. Because once they see a Jamaican passport, it's an immediate red flag for them. They automatically assume this person is here to cross the border. So we really have to prove to them and show them the proof, or else they're going to detain you and they are treating you like a regular criminal. You're locked up with actual criminals in their detaining center. The persons who have been to Mexico and have been detained, they can attest to this. It's not pretty. And I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's not pretty. So if you're traveling there soon, dot your I's, cross your T's. Have all the necessary documents, have all the documents to prove
going forward, because me I stumble upon more than one video where Jamaicans come out and I share them story how them get detained in a Mexico, and every contract or every document where them serve them are in a Spanish and them not have access to translator, right? And them just want them to go ahead and sign the document them.
If you plan to travel to Central America, any country in Central America, this is for you. Just a little heads up, I've been noticing and seeing videos all around of persons being turned back, especially in Mexico, as Jamaicans, because you don't have a US or Canadian issued visa. And we all know what happens when person goes to Mexico. Sometimes they use a
Guys,
say Tiki. You hear me, Tiki?
Yeah.
Me that ask you say, then give you 4 days in the country, right? And say them give you 2 days and you feel leave Friday. When you leave, Monday, Wednesday or Thursday.
Then give me yesterday for leave. So me then I plan say, you what then? Like then give me yesterday for leave, me no want to go dirty up myself in the country, so me I go run back yesterday and left, I go there, I go book, I look at Airbnb or hotel town for 2 weeks, work me TikTok, and see if me can catch man at night time and make up the money.
One migrant from Jamaica who says he's been here for several days. Take a listen.
We are here. We've been here 3 days already. It's difficult because we don't have anything to eat. We haven't taken any baths, and it's very hot and it's very cold in the night. Just want to go to the US to get a work, to change my life and live a good life.
We are very concerned by the reports we've been hearing of in social media for more than one reason. In 2023, the ministry advised that a more restrictive approach was being taken by Mexico and other Central American authorities to reduce the misuse of their borders to enter the United States of America illegally. The government therefore then strongly urged Jamaicans not to misuse particular borders for the purpose of illegal immigration and warned that it was quite possible that lawful travelers would start to be negatively impacted. That is, they could ultimately be negatively impacted. While the Jamaican government always stands ready to defend and protect the rights of our citizens overseas, we regret to remind that we cannot insist that any state allow any non-citizen to enter that state. No citizen has a right to enter another country other than their own. So we therefore can only work to prevent the contravention of basic rights, of human rights, particularly in terms of unlawful detention or mistreatment. And so we're reminding and calling on Jamaicans to inform themselves about the rules and laws of countries that they visit, the requirements to travel. As part of good travel planning, Jamaicans should assess their destinations on various indicators. They should look at whether it is that there are new immigration practices that cause issues. We understand that the Mexican embassy is sending out a reminder of the requirements to enter their country. It still is visa-free for Jamaicans, and therefore we still have the opportunity to travel there. But there is clearly high risk at this point in time. And while we continue to engage and investigate what is happening and encourage formal reports where individuals feel that their human rights have been contravened, then we advise caution in their travel decisions to Mexico.
If you have an upcoming trip to Mexico or you're planning to visit Mexico, step to the front. Have you heard about the new border updates? They were ordered not to accept anybody who doesn't have a valid Canadian or US visa. So if you don't say you don't have the visa, stay out. If you visit Mexico already, it's a 30% chance of you entering. The border update was not written to everyone, and they have all rights to either deny or approve us at the border. First time entering Mexico wasn't so bad, asked me a few local questions, stamp my passport, and go about business. They spend about 1 hour in the line. The second time, them asked me for the required documents, returning flight, reservation, itinerary. That's it, stamp me and go on. The third time was horrible. Waited 3 hours at immigration just for approval. Most countries like give up to like 30 days to stay. Mexico not do that again. Show you what I got in my book. This was my first time entering Mexico in May. I was spending 4 days. They gave me 7 days period. This is my second time entering Mexico. I was spending 4 days, and you can see say a few weeks ago this. They were the exact 4 days. If I had went over the 4 days, I would have to pay $1,000 per day, and I would be in problem. This is a few weeks later. This is my recent travel, and I'm spending 5 days in Mexico. Leaving the 19th, they wrote the exact 5 days. If I go over it, I'm in problem. And if you come Mexico already and get turned back, and you come back again, you go straight to detention and go on the next flight, and that's when there is a next flight.
If you're traveling to Mexico as a Jamaican and you do not have a US visa, the immigration process will be TD us. It's not normal. My plane landed after 5 and I left immigration after 8. I was standing in line for 3 hours. Immigration interrogated each and every person, especially Jamaicans, for a minimum of 30 minutes. Some persons got pulled from the line, their phones were taken away from them, and them carried them grown on one part. When you get to the airport, the Wi-Fi is not free. Therefore, ensure that you're roaming and ensure that you have your data. I'm going to put you guys on an app. It's called Airalo. I can't pronounce the word. This is what I use when I'm traveling. It costs like $6 for a data plan. It gives you an e-save and you can use it for any country that you're traveling to internationally. Back to immigration. When you're at immigration, they want to see everything. They want to see where you're staying, when you're coming back, where you're going. Have all of that either on your phone or printed out, because they will be asking for it. And also, if they feel like them don't want to believe you, and half of the time, because you have a Jamaican passport, them don't believe you, they're going to leave you at that station, and them are going to say, them are going to call the hotel, and them are going to call the resort, and them are going to call this. Them left us there stand up for 30 minutes. What I did when I came to Mexico, I came to Cancun, and then I left to Cancun and spent a day in Tulum. Tulum? Expensive. To go to Tulum with the ADO bus, it's a $500 bus ride. It's 2 of us, so it was $500 for the 2 of us. That's like $30 US. That was cheap because it's a 2-hour bus ride. So from Cancun to Tulum, it's a 2-hour bus ride. There is no Uber in Tulum, therefore you can't avoid the taxis. And the taxis, them, I charge you the same $500 for a 20-minute drive. But what you can do, when them tell you the money, do like you don't want it, like ball it down. If them tell you $500, tell them say $300 that you have, because them not left the 3 bills. And the prices I'm talking about is quoted in pesos. Tulum, let me tell you, the influencers lied to you. Tulum is a picture-taking destination. You are paying $20, $5, $10 to go into these museums, to these sites, just to take pictures. There's nothing else there. There are no cultural aspect. There's nothing else. There are just statues and museums and this just for take pictures. Nothing else. Just sun and the statue, nothing else. And I can see why the influencers glorify the location, because they make their Instagram look good, the pictures look good. However, it's just for that. You can't shop at Tulum. You cannot shop at Tulum. The food is reasonable. I don't have a problem with the food. I don't know if I call me love eat, me pay my money for food. But as it relates to taxes and the sites and shopping in Tulum, too expensive. Cut the show, take me off. So I spent a day in Tulum. I'm gonna come back at Cancun where them have Uber, and I can pay my $3 ride, go in and around town. And next tip, if your budget to come to a country is $1,000, don't walk with $1,000. Walk with $1,200, because anything can happen. Ensure that you have your data, ensure that you have your translator, and just be careful. And with that said, I hope nothing I said discouraged anybody from going to any location, because guess what? Nothing could have stopped me from coming and come and going more and come. I am just giving you guys the information that I was not given. I'm just preparing you guys the way I was not prepared. Anyways, thank you for watching my 6-minute long video. Big up on yourself and safe travels.
Be careful.
Let me ask you a question. Why people migrate from them country? I talk about Jamaica. Why people migrate from Jamaica? Me think say people migrate from Jamaica because they want a better life. And mainly, a better life really, for me, when you say you want things in life, is to not have to worry about where your next meal come from. To build the house you want to build. Drive the vehicle you want to drive. Have a certain amount of money in the bank account. At that, you know, you can get up and say, I'll travel, I'll take a trip. Whatever you feel for to eat that day, you go eat it because you can't afford it. So if you migrate from Jamaica, go overseas, and you get all of that, you accomplish all of that, and you move back to Jamaica, why people look upon you crazy? Or even if you left and you get all of that, and you get deported, and you go back to Jamaica, why people look upon you crazy? Wasn't that the purpose of leaving Jamaica in the first place? To accomplish all of that, then you can go back, go relax and put up your foot. You know the feeling when you have to get up and worry about you have to go up and nobody work? You know the feeling you can't get up and you can't get up. It's like, yo, me make whatever I want for breakfast and get up, go walk, go check my friend them down the road and come back and just chill for the day and watch 2 movies. And you know that feeling there when you not have to go and nobody work. So if you accomplish all of that, what the problem? Why you can't migrate back to your country? Why you can't move back to your country? I know everybody want to retire in a people country, you know. And some people, some country have better life to retire. You live better retiring there. And you're easier. Because for retire in America is not easy. So if you move back, what's the problem? Someone who tell me what's the problem, what's the purpose of leaving Jamaica? So why now? You stop looking at people crazy, man. You left for a reason and you get where you want and you go back to your yard. I know everybody want to live a foreign. But there's certain opportunity where will make you accomplish certain things faster and then you go back where you love. People, take on a trip, go home anytime here. Anytime you don't want to move back, go home. Anytime you don't get what you want and you want to go back on the yard. And that's the life they here. All when they are going with a bag of things down there, it's a more freer land here. Alright.
Jamaicans traveling from Jamaica to Mexico, me implore no brother. Be careful, ensure that all the information and everything is checked out down to the T. This is my 4th time here and this is my worst experience with immigration. They treat us like criminal. When I looked around me, there are 51 Jamaicans being detained. Just because. And then they're pretending as if they don't speak English. We were just having a conversation in English. So all of a sudden you don't speak English no more, mama. Like that don't make no sense to me, brother. You get me? And then even when you get out, if you get the chance to get out, they're going to search you again on the outside. And then they're going to set a person. Because this lady trailed me the entire time while I was waiting on the right to pick me up and taking my pictures. If I move left, they're left. If I move right, they're moving right. I have videos of her. You see me? I was driving on the road like 2 days in. Soldier stop you again and search you. Imagine getting strip search on the roadside. You know how embarrassing that is. You see me? So be careful. I don't know what changed and transpired recently in Mexico, but be careful. To the point where I was even asking the lady, because he mentioned about when I'm leaving and blah, blah, blah. I said, do I look like a border crossing type of person? I travel a lot. Do I look like somebody's going to jump a border with a valid US passport, visa? To the point where I had to show her pictures of me being in Mexico the year before, and you get me? Like, I had to show proof. Like me say, oh, I'll go on over here, sir. So I tell you, just be careful, ensure all the information that you guys have checks out, and if you never go cross the people.
I hope you have seen the video and you have seen those people who have tried to go to Mexico, the way they are coming out and are giving out their experience. So recently more and more stories have been coming out from Jamaica travelers describing difficulties, experiences when arriving in Mexico. Even though Jamaican tourists may not always need a visa for short visit depending on travel rules at the time, many people are discovering that having permission to travel does not automatically mean you will be allowed to enter according to many travelers experiences. Many immigration checks have become much stricter. One of the biggest concerns being discussed is that some immigration officers may question travelers very closely if they believe the person could be trying to continue the journey towards the United States instead of staying in Mexico as a tourist. Because of this, some travelers say they were stopped at the airport and asked many detailed questions, such as, why are you visiting Mexico? How many days will you stay? Which hotel are you going to stay in? Who paid for your trip? How much money are you carrying? What work do you do in Jamaica? What exactly are you returning, or when are you exactly returning back home? So you can see that these people are working at the immigration center. They're asking these Jamaicans a lot of questions. So you can see how this has become much stricter. So they do not require more visas from the Jamaican people in order for you to travel to Mexico. Now you can see this thing about traveling from Jamaica to Mexico has become really strict, and a lot of Jamaicans are really crying because they need to be in to go to Mexico. But you see, these people, when they reach there, they find that those people working at the migration there center, they are asking a lot of questions that they did not expect. And even when they are asking these questions, you are not required to have your phone. Your phone is being taken away so that you cannot refer to. And also the Wi-Fi is off, so you cannot be able to connect to the internet to ask to get some of the answers about these questions. So it becomes much trickier for those Jamaicans who are really trying to travel to Jamaica. Some travelers also say they had to show documents to prove their trip was genuine. There are reports from people who said they were held in waiting areas or detention facilities after being denied entry. Some describe long waiting periods, limited comfort, stress, and difficulty condition while you're waiting for the decision to return to them. So you can see the way these people are really are going through a lot. That is why preparation is becoming more important than ever. If you want to travel into this Mexico country, make sure you as a Jamaican, this is the information that is going to be very helpful to you, and you really need this, because before you travel you must first do research of all the requirements that these people need, because if you are not going to do a search, you may find yourself in a very hot soup. If you are planning to travel, these are some of the things many experienced travelers recommend carrying. Like you should have what we call a printed hotel reservation, where maybe you're going to stay for the night or for those days you'll be in Mexico, and preferably fully paid. That is what they require. Also, the printed return ticket. That is another document that is very important. When are you returning? You must have that document. Also, the passport with enough validity remaining. That is also another document that they require. Also, there's this another document that they require: travel schedule or linearly, whereby it is going to make them where maybe tomorrow you'll be traveling to, maybe in a Monday I'll be in a certain place, maybe Tuesday I'll be in a certain place, maybe I'll be going to watch something in a certain hotel. That is what they require. Also, proof of employment, school or business. That is another document that they require. Also, evidence of strong ties back home if available, and emergency contacts and extra money. Don't forget that. So another important point people mentioned in internet is internet access. That is where some travelers say in airport Wi-Fi may not always be reliable. So depending only on your phone for booking or emails can create problems. If may help to prepare mobile data option in advance and keep important information available offline, because if you reach at the airport you may get disappointed because their Wi-Fi don't work the way you may be expected. So it is good for you to prepare these documents early enough and store them in somewhere that is offline, not online, whereby you'll be able to access these documents easily. Also, remember, be respectful during immigration interviews. Answer questions clearly. Do not argue. Stay calm. Only provide truthful information. This message is not meant to discourage anyone from visiting Mexico, because many people travel successively every day and enjoy their trip. Their goal, the goal is simply to help travelers understand that preparation matters and avoid surprises at the airport. Travel smart, stay informed, prepare early. Those are the three things that you must do. I've said that you must prepare early and also travel smart and stay informed. If you have traveled to Mexico before, share your experience in the comments and help others learn. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Until the next one.